Hello sports fans, this is Anthony with BBSN, and I had not planned to do any more videos on Glory Days boxing after the introduction yesterday until I was much further along in development and getting closer to getting the release solidified on the project. But we did have a couple of requests to see what would have been a super fight in England had it occurred. Probably would have potentially been held in Wembley Stadium. And that is Frank Bruno versus David Haye. And of course they came along in different eras, but both extremely popular fighters from the London area. So we are going to do a what-if 10-round battle between them. And based on suggestion and from Al RedsoxFan, he talked about a round marker on the chart, and I couldn't find room to put one on there, but I did modify the score sheet here to position the rounds. They used to be on the far left, so position the rounds in the middle, which makes it easier to follow. And actually, great idea. It's much better for scoring the fight and tracking things that way. So thank you, Al, for that suggestion. And it didn't work out on the chart, but led to me thinking and modifying the score sheet. So with that, as I have mentioned, I believe in the past, I have dual citizenship in England and America. I was born in England, came to America when I was a young lad, and basically have lived most of my life in America, but retained my British citizenship. So in honor of that and the two requests, why not? Let's do this one-off one more time. And after this, I will probably not do another video on Glory Days boxing, probably until towards the end of the summer, when I'll have some more updates, and we'll have hashed out a few things I'm still looking at tweaking with the game mechanics. So we will get on with this one, and in honor of the venue and also my English heritage, I will do the announcements, ring introductions in my former accent. So first off, in the red corner, weighing 17.5 stone, hailing from the Hammersmith area of London, England, with a professional record of 40 wins, only 5 defeats, 38 big wins by knockout. You know him, London's own Frank Bruno. And in the blue corner, also fighting out of London, with a professional record of 28 wins, 4 defeats, 26 of his wins by knockout, the Haymaker, David Haye. And the fighters come to the center of the ring. They've got the instructions. Back to the corners they go, and we are ready for the fight to begin. And there's the opening bell. And back to American accent. And both fighters go from the outside. 2 stars for David Haye and 1 for Bruno. So Haye will be have the offense in this. And I rolled the wrong die. Sorry about that. And 79 from the outside is going to be a miss, so Bruno with a chance to counter, and he counters on a roll of 1 to 4 and misses. So no points scored in that segment. A 3 and a 1 outside for Bruno, outside for Haye, and both fighters are equal 2 stars, so they will exchange blows. Bruno, since there is no score, will go first in the red corner, and Bruno, 78, misses. Haye fires back, and 53 from the outside, and that will be a miss for Haye as well, and that could have opened a potential cut or caused swelling had it landed. 2 and a 4 inside for Bruno, inside for Haye, and again they exchange blows. Bruno first. And 66, and that's going to be a miss for Bruno. Both fighters a little tight early on, not landing. And a 42 from Haye, and that's going to be a 3-point uppercut that lands. So our first significant punches of the fight. A 4 and a 1 outside, no stars for Bruno, and outside for Haye with 2 stars. Bruno on the defensive, Haye on the attack. And potential knockdown, but Haye misses. 81, and if Bruno lands a counter, he has a potential knockdown, 1-4 on the counter punch, and he lands a 2-point hook, and Haye takes a wicked shot, chin rating of 5 and a hurt rating of 10, and he does not go down, but he is hurt, so Bruno in the next segment will go unopposed. And Bruno 5 will be going from the inside. And Bruno a chance to get a early advantage in this fight and misses with a wild overhand right, so no damage there. David Haye has shaken off the fog and is back in control. Inside for Bruno, outside for Haye. Bruno takes it. And Bruno, 64 and a 9, just missed a power shot there, and that is going to be a miss. Haye with a chance to counter, and 1-5 on the counter shot. Haye misses. So not very much action this first round. The crowd here in Wembley was hoping for something explosive, both outside. Haye takes it 2-1. He will initiate on the offense. And 11 on the outside is going to be a 2-point jab from the Haymaker. And Bruno attempts to block. 4-5 he blocks, 1-3 he takes another shot, and 9 has no effect. Heading into the final minute of the round now. First round action, 2-2. Both inside, 2 stars for Bruno, none for Haye. Bruno in control. And I rolled the wrong damage dice, but 15, no problem there. Nothing happened, and on the inside, that's going to be a miss. So final segment of the round, and Bruno having problems with accuracy early here. 6-5 inside for Bruno and outside for Haye. Both no stars in those categories. So Bruno, actually Haye winning the round, he will go first. And 96. And from the outside, 96 is going to be a possible foul. So Haye lands a blow. And he has a foul rating. 10 is outside of that, which was rolled on the 1d20. So now Frank Bruno will take his part in the exchange, and 90, and he's going to clinch on that, so that negates the point that Haye scored. And that is the first round in a very dull first round, as the Haymaker lands 4 punches, and 3 punches for Frank Bruno, which is probably good because neither of these fighters has impressive stamina. 70 for Bruno, 75 for Haye. And as we start the second round, they are reduced to 66 Bruno, 72 Haye. And we are ready for round 2 action here. No fireworks yet. 5-1. That's inside for Bruno, outside for Haye, and they are tied with 2 stars. So it will be a punch exchange at ring center. And 20 for Bruno on the inside. That's going to be a wicked 4-point hook that lands. And the Haymaker comes back and fires. There was no damage on the 1d20. 38 from the outside, and that's a 2-point hook and a possible knockdown. A roll of 4 there. So Bruno's chin, 5 or less, he's going to hit the canvas, and he is fine. Shakes that off. He's not hurt either. So the action proceeds. 3-2 outside for Bruno and inside for Haye. 2-0 Bruno takes it. Haye on the defense. Bruno attacking. And 0-8. And that will be a 4-point cross for Frank Bruno and a potential cut. So first of all, Haye defensively, 1-4 affects that, and he rolls a 3, so he adds a punch to that. Poor defense. And now, a potential cut. And Bruno's cut, or I'm sorry, Haye's cut rating is a 6. And 12, he's going to be okay there. So we move on to the next segment, 3-5. Outside for Bruno, outside for Haye. Bruno again takes it. 2 stars to no stars. Haye on the defensive. And 91 for Bruno, that's going to be a miss. Haye with an opportunity to counter 1 to 5. He does not. Into the middle of the second round now. 6 and a 4, inside, inside, and Haye's going to take this one. So he will be on the offensive and Bruno on the defensive. 13. And 13 is going to be a 2-point cross for the haymaker. Bruno. And Bruno with a 5, and he's able to block one of those blows. So only one punch gets through. And we head to the next segment. Outside for Bruno and inside for Haye, both 1 star. And Bruno is winning this round, so he will go first on the exchange of punches. And 78 on that is going to be a miss. And the haymaker coming back on the inside. And 46, and just misses there. So back to the action, and outside for Bruno, inside for Haye, and Bruno again has the advantage with 2 stars there, and 13 on the outside. That's going to be another 4-point cross, and again a potential cut. Bruno will roll, or Haye will roll first for defense, no effect. And cut rating 6 or less for Haye, and no damage. And we move on. 1 and a 2. Outside for Bruno, inside for Haye. 1 star to 0. So Bruno taking control here of the second round. And I keep rolling that wrong die. 55 is going to be a miss. And the opportunity to counter. And Haye cannot counter that. Final 40 seconds of the round, and 5 and a 1. 5 is going to be inside for Bruno, outside for Haye, and 2 stars each. So once again, they will stand and exchange punches. Bruno goes first as he is winning the round. And 54 on the inside is going to be a miss. Haye comes back, fighting from the outside, and 51, and he just misses as well. And we head into the final 20 seconds of the round. Both fighters still a little tight, not finding their range, and it's outside for both and no stars for both. So again, they will exchange punches to end this. Bruno first, and 46 from the outside, and that's going to be another miss for Bruno. And David Haye tries his luck, and 0-6, he ends with a nice 3-point jab there. And that is going to end the second round. So in that round, a little bit more action. 6 punches landed for Haye, and Bruno got home 13. And I actually did not do the scoring. I'm going to do both rounds scoring now. All apologies there. Stamina for the third round. Haye goes down to 59, and Bruno goes down to 60. So I'm going to do scoring for the first round. I got excited, missed that. So that was a 4-3 round for Haye. So 1 differential. 1 to 11 is Haye. 12 to 17 is Bruno. So we have Haye, even, and Bruno. So they split that round. Haye, even, Bruno. Haye, even, Bruno. And the second round, Bruno took that 13 punches to 6. So a 7-point differential. 1 to 15 is Bruno, and 16 to 20 is Haye. And all 3 judges give the second round to Bruno. Kind of embarrassing when you make a mistake in the game that you created, but we'll move on. Round 3, ready to go. Here's the bell. And 4 and a 2, outside for both fighters, or actually outside, inside, both fighters with no stars in those categories. So once again, Bruno will go first, and they will exchange blows. Bruno misses. And Haye on the inside, and that is going to be a clinch more than likely. Yep. So no action there. 1 and a 2, and outside, inside, and Bruno takes that. He has 1 star to no stars. So coming from the outside, Frank Bruno, 9 is going to be a 2-point jab. And Haye on the defensive roll. 3, he adds to that, or 1 punch to that, so 3 punches landed. Next segment, and 4s for each, and that's inside, outside. Haye takes it with 2 stars on the inside. So Bruno will be on the defensive here. And 15 is going to be a 2-point cross from Haye. And Bruno with a 5 and defensive rating there, 4 to 5. He blocks 1. I'm sorry, blocks 1. So we go on to the next segment and heading into the 2nd minute of round number 3. And 3 and a 1, and that's going to be an outside rating of 2 to an outside rating of 2. So again, they will exchange. Bruno is winning the round. He goes first. And 82 from the outside is going to be a swing and a miss, and Haye fires back. And 44, and he gets a 2-point uppercut in there. So another close round, devoid of very much action here. Both fighters roll 1s, both outside, and Haye is going to take control here. 2 stars to 1, and 31 and a 6, and just missed a possible knockdown there. And that is a 4-point hook for the haymaker. And Bruno defensively. And 1 to 3, and he adds a shot to that. So we are almost 2/3 of the way through this opening stanza. Outside for Bruno, outside for Haye, and again 1 star apiece. Haye is winning the round, so he will initiate the offensive action first in this punch exchange. And 0-5. So 0-5 on the outside, a nice 3-point jab for David Haye. Frank Bruno gets his opportunity, and he fires back, also fighting from the outside. And 94 is going to be a clinch. And per the rules, a clinch negates any punches landed, so take those 3 away from Haye. 46, and outside, inside, Haye takes this one. And 15 on the inside is a 2-point cross, and Bruno does nothing to stop that. And we are under a minute to go now in round 3. 5s, and that's going to be inside and outside. Bruno 2 stars to 0. He will initiate the offense here. And 34 on the inside is going to be a 4-point uppercut. And Haye, no effect on the defense there. So final 20 seconds of this round. And 1 and a 2, outside, inside. Bruno takes this one. He's offensive control. And 21 in a roll of 16. That'll be a 3-point cross for Bruno. And that ends the round. So both fighters get 10 punches home there. So things starting to heat up just a little bit. And on an even round, we will use the 0 punch differential here. So this one is truly up in the air, and that goes to Haye, even. 2 to Haye, 1 even there. So the action is very close here as we head into round 4. This much anticipated showdown, and that's going to be inside versus inside. And the haymaker is going to take this. And a roll of 88 on the inside, and that is going to be a clinch, and that pretty much ends it for that action segment. 4 and a 5, inside for Bruno, inside for Haye. Bruno 2 stars to 1. So 46 inside for Bruno is going to be a 2-point uppercut and a potential cut. So first Haye will make his defensive check, and he adds a point to it, so a 3-point uppercut for Bruno. Now Haye makes cut check, and he again survives there. So no cuts, no swelling. 1 and a 4, outside and inside. Haye will initiate the offensive action this time. And 91 on the inside, and that is going to be a clinch. So Haye fighting very tentatively, a chance to let his hands go, does not. Inside for Bruno, outside for Haye. Bruno 2 stars to 0, and he will initiate the offense here. And 96, and that is a single punch landed. Haye makes his defensive roll, no effect there. And that was outside of Bruno's foul rating, which is 3, so no foul, and we move on. 64, inside and inside. Haye gets the 2-star advantage here, and he will go. So 41 is a 2-point uppercut. Bruno, his defensive roll, no effect there. And 2 minutes complete in this 4th round, 3 and a 5. Outside for Bruno, outside for Haye. Bruno takes this, 2 stars to 0. Haye will be on the defense, and that's an 8. So 0-8 for David Haye, and again on the, I'm sorry, Frank Bruno won that. 0-8 on the outside will be a 2-point jab, and 16, no effect. Heading into the final minute of the round. Outside for Bruno, inside for Haye. Bruno the advantage. And 10, and that's going to be a potential cut and a 3-point cross from Frank Bruno. And 19. Haye will roll defense first. And 6, not there. And no cut. As we're heading into the final part of the round. And 2 and a 6, inside for Bruno, inside for Haye. Bruno with the advantage. Bruno on the inside, 25, and that is a 3-point hook and a potential cut again. Defensive roll first for Haye, nothing there. And 3, he is going to be cut. So 3 inside his cut rating, and again, each fighter has a cut swelling specific chart. So he will roll on that, and a 9 is going to be a cut over his left eye. So 4th round, and Haye cut over the left eye, and we head into the final 20 seconds of this stanza. Bruno inside, Haye outside. Haye will go first, as he has offensive control. And 44, that's a 2-point uppercut, just missed on the potential knockdown there. And Bruno does not block that, and that is the 4th round. So the haymaker gets home 4 punches. Bruno lands 12. 46 and 37 stamina. So we will go to the judges, and on that, a 8-point differential. So again, 1 to 15 is going to go to the high score, which is Bruno. And that's Bruno, Bruno. And one judge not watching the fight gives it to Haye. So as in real life, scoring here, very subjective. And we now head into the 5th round, and many people did not think this bout would go this long. Outside, inside, Haye 2 stars to 0 will take the advantage here and be on the offensive. And 29. 29 on the inside is going to be a 2-point hook for the haymaker. Potential cut, first the defensive roll, and Bruno adds a punch to that. And Bruno 7 or less cuts, and no damage there. 4 and a 6, outside and inside, 1 star to 0. So Haye remains the one with the upper hand here. And that is going to be a 4-point jab for the haymaker. And Bruno, the defensive roll, no effect. 3 and a 5, outside for Bruno, outside for Haye. Bruno in control here, and Frank just looking to land one punch, and this could be it. That's an 8. But Frank misses, and Haye with a chance if he can counter here, 1 to 5, and he does not. And that actually would not have been a knockdown chance for Haye, as his power rating is 5. So Bruno, he threw one that could have put Haye to sleep, but failed to connect, and 2 and a 6, inside versus inside. Bruno has control. Haye on the defensive. And 43. 43 from the inside is going to be a 2-point uppercut. And Haye defensively, no effect. So Haye still winning this round here. And outside for Bruno, inside for Haye. Haye takes this, 2 stars to 1, so he's in offensive control. And from the inside, a roll of 51 is going to be a miss, and Bruno with an opportunity to counter. And 5, and this is inside of Bruno's power range, and he lands the counter. Oh, just misses, I'm sorry, looking at defense. So just missed the counter cross there, or we could have had a potential knockdown. So Bruno loading up, but cannot find the button here. 1-1, outside and outside for both fighters. Haye in control now. He will be on the offensive, and 96 is going to be a potential foul, so it's going to be a punch landed. 11 and nothing on the defensive there, and 9 is outside of his foul rating. So we move on. 6 and a 5, inside, outside, and both fighters with no stars in either of those categories. And Haye winning the round will go first as they exchange punches evenly. And 44. And 44 is going to be on the outside. That is just at the end of the range. A 2-point uppercut and a potential knockdown there. So Bruno, before he gets his exchange, will have to survive this knockdown attempt. He rolls against his chin, and he is okay. So now his turn to go, and he's fighting from the inside. 0-5 is going to be a 4-point cross. And we are heading into the final, under a minute to go in this round here. And still, neither fighter seriously injured at this point. Haye does have a cut over his left eye, but no damage, not causing any difficulties at this time. Outside, inside, Haye has control here. Bruno on the defense. And 14, that is going to be a 4-point cross from the haymaker. And again, a potential knockdown attempt as his power rating is 5. So Bruno has to survive the knockdown. And Bruno goes down, and here he's trying to beat the count. The referee starts counting, and it is over. Frank Bruno has been stopped and knocked cold here in round number 5. And David Haymaker Haye lives up to his name, and he lands a vicious right cross right on the button. Bruno does not even come close to beating the count, and this one is over. And we will roll for the stoppage time here. And again, here's a stoppage time. It's just basically odd and even. Then you go by the segment of the round. That is odd, and it was in segment 8. So the stoppage comes at 2:27 of round 5. So there you have it. Frank Bruno's chin, as it often did, he hit as hard as anyone in the heavyweight division when he was a fighter. But as happens so often, his chin betrays him. He takes one on the button, and David Haymaker Haye puts Frank Bruno to sleep. And again, the winner at 2:27 of round number 5 by knockout. David the Haymaker Haye, hailing from London, England. So we hope you have enjoyed, and again for our British friends of the channel, a classic matchup, what-if matchup that, again, probably would have packed Wembley. Two London fighters, two big punching heavyweights, two championship belt holders. If they had fought in the same era, this one would have been huge. So that is it. And thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this. And again, we'll probably get back to, next video will be a couple months out as we finalize development, and I can give you some more concrete news on the game itself. So, as always, thank you for watching, and we will be back next to Strat-O-Matic, back to the Satchel Paige Traveling All-Star Tour. And so, look forward to getting back into that. And also, just yesterday, thanks to Mr. Steve Tower, after further review, I ordered Red, White, and Blue Racing from Play Games. I have History Maker Baseball, have not done any of that on the channel yet, as Strat and Payoff Pitch have been keeping me busy there. But watching Steve's video does a great job explaining the game. Looks like a lot of fun. So at some point when that gets here, we will do an unboxing video for that, and then probably play out a couple of races for the channel, just a little change of pace, get some NASCAR in. And I'm not really a NASCAR fan, but that game just is so well done, and it looks like a lot of fun to play, so I think I'm going to enjoy that. And again, the more games the merrier. There's a lot of great developers out there. Keith Avalone, of course, Joe Bryan with Payoff Pitch, the godfather there of Strat, and you know, Inside Pitch, so many good games out. Title Bout 2, Jim Trunzo re-releasing his boxing classic. You know, the granddaddy, in my opinion, as I mentioned before, of probably among the best tabletop games of all time, Title Bout. So, loved playing that back in the day, sunk many hours into that. And hopefully when this boxing game comes to fruition, is released, if I can just give a small fraction of the amount of joy / playing time to folks that I got out of Title Bout, I will be a happy man. But we will sign off for now, and until next time, keep rolling for the fences, and hope you all have a good one. Take care.